I want to thank all the evil gays. You know, I just really, especially, yes.
Fuck off.
Welcome to GayTalk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
All right, ladies and gents, it is Wednesday, and that means, oh shit, wait a minute. No. It is Wednesday, and that means that we are back. We are recording another episode of GayTalk 2.0, an LGBT podcast, and we were coming to you live on our YouTube streaming, but I am recording the show, so if you're listening to the audio version at some point, you can then go to our YouTube channel and watch the video version of the show, because shit just happens, and for whatever reason my camera system and our streaming service is not connecting. But anyway, I digress. My name is Tom, and I'm your host, and as always, I'm in the studio with my amazing co-hosts, starting with the first one.
Hey, y'all, Nick or Trish.
And
J-Bear, a.k.a. your boyfriend's boyfriend.
And I already told you that your new name is Solenfoot. That's your Native American name.
I'm sorry, I can't appropriate that.
No, I'm sure you can't, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway, because she'll explain a little bit. But yeah, that's what it is. So anyway, welcome back. We're a hot mess tonight. I'm just warning you right off the bat. We've had a lot of shots and a lot of craziness. As you can see, I can't even function the live stream. So I'm gonna toss it over to my boys.
I don't think that's your fault, though.
Yeah, I know. For what, I feel like I did all the right things.
Well,
I do this every week.
And
Nicholas, I do this every week.
I know.
And I never have a problem. Well, sort of, kind of.
No comment?
No
Did you
comment.
Control Alt Delete? No.
I'm going to Control Alt Delete your ass. But we are back. So, Jaybird, why don't we start off with you? I've been, picking on Trish often. So, how are you, baby?
I'm good. How are you?
Life is well in the land of Oz.
Life is well.
I blew the wizard the other day.
Which wizard, and how did you blow that?
Oz. And it jizzed.
This took a turn, didn't it?
Woo! Fairly quickly. I figured, you know what? We've been having a bit of like
it's been a rough start to the year.
Yeah. So right now, I just want to say that we are at odds with Mother Nature. She sort of kind of like said, you know what? We gave you 8 years of no snow. It feels like it's been 8 years.
It was mainly a year.
And all of a sudden it's just snow, then ice, and then shit, and then it's like, it's a fucking slip and slide in my backyard.
Oh yeah, I almost died.
My poor dogs, they just slide down the hill. But anyway, Jay, how are you?
Good, not bad.
Yeah. How did you fare with the small snowstorm and the high ice content over the past day?
Yeah, I kind of figured once I kind of saw the snow the following morning, I took out the snowblower and I kind of just scraped.
So here's the thing.
Almost
it was
everything
fluffy.
off. Yeah, it was.
Until it started raining.
Exactly. So
but it was like sleet rain.
Yeah. So yeah,
and
but
once
it starts getting sleety and rainy, and then it goes from that fluffy stuff to that slush, and
then overnight,
and the snow blowers clog. So I got out there just in time, and I didn't do a lot of. Actually, I just kind of used it as a plow.
So tell me about your snowblower clogging.
You could have used your penis for that. Like, seriously, why do you need to use a snowblower to be plowing bottoms?
You gotta work any which way you can.
Yeah.
That's like a meat mincer, though. I feel like that would be Nick's thing.
No, but yeah, it was. I got to it just in the nick of time. As soon as I finished, it started to sleet. So
Yeah,
I didn't get all that craziness, but because I had already salted and whatnot, it started melting. So now there's like big patches of ice that are coming down the driveway. So it's you just got to stay on top of it, you know?
Well, I didn't stay on top of it. I'm out there with a fucking ice pick.
Your driveway's fine.
Oh, the driveway was sort of kind of okay, but the backyard?
Yeah, I almost died.
Yeah, I know. I would have buried you in the backyard. I told you there's a plot back there for you.
Yeah, the ground is frozen right now.
Oh, honey, I will find a fucking, what do you call
Where
those?
there's
A
a
wildcat?
will, there's a way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
You get one of those, you know,
I feel attacked.
excavators. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll get either a caterpillar or one of those wildcat ones, and we'll do some serious damage and get down to business.
All you have to do is light a bonfire, and that'll frost up.
We'll celebrate your life with a nice little bonfire. I have plenty of wood back there.
What you're gonna fucking do is put my ass in the ground, order a hot tub, and put it on top.
Right on top.
And then dip myself in it every day. You wanted a hot tub,
Fucking
bitch?
ass.
There you go.
No, that's exactly what you would do.
Yeah. To commemorate your life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course.
so sweet.
And every time I
You
look
finally
at
getting your hot tub.
exactly, you can't participate in it, but I feel like she would grab my feet under the water
She'll
though.
pull you in.
I will haunt that motherfucking
Oh,
shit.
what? So all is well?
All is well. I have a teenager. My granddaughter's turning 13, 14.
Lord have mercy. Time flies when you're on Prozac.
2 days.
I still keep saying that. People don't believe me.
Yeah, I'm still not ready for
Drugs
that.
are great.
Still not ready for that. So, birthday's coming up. You know, the fun stuff that happens.
Yeah, of course.
New Year.
And then boys or girls,
Yeah.
you never know.
New Year, so you know how that goes.
Mm.
It's everybody's fucking birthday again. No.
Of course, you know.
Rinse and repeat.
So we got something interesting in the mail the other day for the GayTalk group.
Oh my god.
We got a reserve the date.
Oh, yes.
Do we want to talk about this?
I think we already did.
No, we kind of mentioned it at the end
Yeah,
of the...
we did, but
We didn't give it as just...
yeah, like
news.
so you know, well, we talked about he was having a Jack and Jack. That's what we had talked about.
No.
No, we didn't talk
We
about
mentioned, We
Yeah,
mentioned this.
that he's
last
getting
week.
married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that. We kind of, yeah.
so Matuna's getting married. Chris is getting married.
We got our save the date.
Yeah.
All in one shot.
So we're thinking of renting a whole house and just going up for the weekend, and just because clearly, you know, it's Chris is getting married. You know, there's going to be booze, and he's going to expect that every single person is blackout drunk.
I'm not invited, so.
Oh, fuck off.
She's still on that.
She's still bitter about that.
Oh yeah, will be for like ever.
Lord,
Expecting a gift?
you're getting gold.
It's a combined gift now.
Yeah.
It was a combined invite, right?
That's right. It'll be a
$10
group.
each should do it. No.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, girl. Like I was
Do you
planning
know
to
how
go to
much
the
that
dollar
bitch put
store
me
and
through?
pick up.
Dollar store.
I was gonna pick up some accessories from the dollar store.
See, you can splurge $10.
Yeah, girl, you can rack up some nice stuff from the dollar store for $10. Right, Nick?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know,
We'll go together.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that the Dollar General and Dollar Tree are the two biggest grossing companies in the U.S. right now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They take in more money than Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, and I forgot what else combined.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because I mean, when you think about, you know, like, I'm sorry, but how we treat our elders in this U.S. of A. is fucking atrocious. Number one, and so you know there's a Krauser's by my house where I go and I pick up. You know, there's a liquor store there, right? That's like our favorite spot, and so I go pick up liquor. I go, you know, shop for, you know, my smokes and whatever the case may be, and I often see, you know, that there's like a little nice residential complex there, and it's for older, you know, more individuals, and I constantly see them walking over to the dollar store that's behind that plaza, and there's no doubt that the reason why these dollar stores make a killing is because our seniors and people can't afford to shop at a Walmart today.
Yeah, I don't think
that's part of it,
Yeah.
and then the other part of the expose they did on the dollar stores is that They pay below minimum. They pay below or at minimum wage,
Mm-hmm.
and they never have more than 2 people
Oh my God,
Oh
it's
my God,
horrible.
working at. And a lot of the stores have just 1 person.
And have you ever tried dumpster diving in one of them?
no.
Like, because it is a dumpster,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Like,
You mean the store?
yes,
Oh,
like
okay.
you have to like go through like
You got to climb over stuff to get to other stuff.
to get to other stuff, and then when you look in a bin and it says something is supposed to be here, there's like 25,000 other items in there,
Yep.
and you're like, well, I'm looking for just the one thing. Where is it?
Yeah, so that's how they make their monies. Even with theft, even with loss, even with
Right.
with everything that happens, they make such a killing that they're grossing. It's insane.
Well,
It's
so
insane.
okay, let's keep the overhead low, right? We have unhappy employees, minimum wage, 2 people working max in a massive store. We gotta stock it. We gotta do all this crazy shit. And it's, what do you mean the recording stopped? Okay, well, y'all not getting a video today.
What is wrong with our intern today?
We are broken.
No, I mean it still says it's recording, but whatever the case may be, something's happening over there. But that being said, I'm just
Yeah,
it's,
you know how you kind of go down these rabbit holes. Sometimes you're watching just some nonsense video, and then
Jay.
that's how I ran into.
that's
that.
all he does.
Yeah,
Jay.
that's what I do.
So before we start the show, like we're sitting here, we're getting everything ready, right? Where I'm trying to get this live stream going, and shit, it's just not, it's not happening. And Jay just sits there and just watches video after video. We hear it in the background, right? And we're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, some of it's fucked up, and then I'm just
And some of it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of it's very questionable. Like, oh, they shouldn't have said that. Like, I feel
No.
like the world's gonna come for them. But then some of it is just legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
how-
Puerto Rican because what was that? That
I
was
put adobo on everything. Yeah.
that's facts.
That's facts.
Facts.
Or I'm Puerto Rico because I mix my Spanish and my English.
Yep.
That's
that,
right.
Yep.
Yep,
The
that's true.
Spanglish.
Like even Nick, who's been hanging around with Puerto Ricans now for the better part of a decade, I feel like it's been a decade, is starting to
On that
speak
note-
Spanglish.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, sometimes. I don't know.
So you know the rules, right? If it's arroz with gandules,
It's rice and gandules.
right? Rice and gandules.
I don't-
You pair that with
Or arroz con pigeon peas.
arroz con pigeon peas.
Okay.
And you pair that with, with a little bit of
With a
carne,
pernil.
with pernil.
That I
Pernil.
know.
Yeah.
If it's
So-
white rice and beans, you can pair that with fried meat.
That's right.
There's like a
It's a code. It's a code.
Yeah, it's
Start
a
taking
code.
notes.
It's a
Take
code,
notes,
yeah. If you ever if you get yellow rice with peas and it's not followed with a side of pernil, that's
You're in trouble. Yeah, you're not a true
I really don't think I've ever had white rice in this house.
Yeah, you did with my mother's corned beef hash.
Oh, true. Never
Yep.
mind.
Yep.
I lied.
Yeah.
Yep.
Con beef.
Cola con beef.
Con beef.
Con
You
beef.
know, we
Yep.
Spanglicize. We Spanglicize a lot of words. Corn beef.
Azul
corn beef.
ojos.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Ya. Ay, está gordito. ¿Qué
Gordito.
hay, my Nick? Nick, how are you, darling?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, that little dog died like a decade ago. Remember the little
Why
chihuahua?
do you take it there?
Because it's the truth.
Okay.
How are you, Nick?
Oh, girl.
Nick is going through it.
Yeah.
She's a little sullen.
Yeah. I'm old.
Go, welcome
girl.
to the club.
Yeah. No, busy weekend. Had to work all week last week, then Saturday, which was interesting. And then Monday, we had Kevin Hart at the theater, and that was crazy.
Could you actually see him?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Because he's super short.
Yeah, but he's on stage.
Yeah, I know, but it's like he's super short. The props would actually do him.
Whatever.
He's super short,
He was funny.
but he is funny. Oh my God,
Yeah.
he's hilarious.
It was a good show. But then, I've been dealing. I went to Orlando during Thanksgiving, and I was walking around Universal, and all of a sudden my ankle started to hurt. Like I would get these sharp pains in my ankle, and I was like, oh shit, did I fracture something? What the fuck did I do to myself? And then the pain just stopped. And then this past week it started again. And last night I was, just chilling, getting ready for bed, and I looked down at my foot, and my ankle looks like a fucking apple on it.
She sent me a picture. That shit looked like
I thought it
a
would.
baked ham.
Yeah, if you would have
It's
sent me
not
that,
that big.
if you would have sent me that picture yesterday, I'd be like, you broke that shit.
Well,
Like, it looked broken.
Yeah, that's why I went to the urgent care this morning, because I was like, I might not want to be walking on this.
Yeah, no.
But it turned out that I have tendonitis.
So I thought you like busted your ass on your way home in the ice, and that you sprained your ankle, and you just were taking care of yourself. I had no idea this was an ongoing issue for you.
Well, that's because it went away, and then I have a doctor appointment actually tomorrow.
Boys go away too, but they come back eventually.
Tell me about it. But yeah, no, it was weird. I felt really old. I asked the doctor if I could still wear my stilettos. He said no. So yeah, I've got to go to physical therapy. It's been interesting.
Oh,
Happy 2024.
Welcome. And it's only been 17 days into 2024. It already feels like it should be like April or something.
Just knock on wood. I have to get blood work done tomorrow.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Wait, so you're going to your doctor's appointment tomorrow, so you're getting blood work first thing in the morning?
No, I just do it there.
Oh, at the lab? But then how did they get the results so quick?
He just calls me in a couple days.
Oh, okay. So you're going to the Quest Labs there.
Uh,
We share the same doctor, Nick and I.
No, it's like literally in the office.
Really?
Yeah.
No, there's a Quest Labs on the first floor.
No, in the office they have. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Why do I have to go to Quest in West Haven? It's so
That's 'cause
ghetto.
Normally you should do it before.
Yeah, of course.
I just didn't.
They have a lab in house that they use. That's not a Quest.
Oh,
That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well,
And he's gonna be like, "Why didn't you do it?" I'll be like, "Cause I could just walk over there."
yeah.
I'll be like, "Okay."
And then he's gonna look like that. That's why your ankle's swollen.
The worst part about it was I was finally getting back into Pelotoning. I worked my way up, and I'm like doing small increments, trying to lose weight. And then yesterday I did like a 10-minute session because my ankle was feeling funky. And the next thing I know, I have a fucking orange on my ankle, and I'm like, I don't know if I can keep doing this until I get this dealt with.
Yeah. So about that. So Peloton. So you remember like when you first got it?
Oh, and I was on it like all the time. Yeah.
With Cody, right? Was it Cody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like they started coming out with the commercials about people using Pelotons as like towel holders or, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she's definitely holds shit.
And then I was like, Nick, this is fucked up. Like they can't be doing this shit. He's like, no, I'm never going to get there.
Can we cut her out of the show? Like, mic off?
And now she's using a swollen piggy as an excuse to not get on her Peloton. But
I
love
don't know
you.
if that's an excuse, motherfucker.
No, we're getting vicious. No,
That shit was not.
no. You sent me that picture. I was like, oh shit, oh damn, girl.
Yeah, that picture looks pretty. I would have thought it was broken, definitely.
And
When
there's
I
a
saw it, I was
sheet
like,
of
"Ooh."
ice in my backyard, and I forgot to tell her to come through the front door, and she almost killed herself. Yeah. Death becomes
go.
her.
There you go.
But here we are. It's winter. We're in the middle of January, about to go into February. We're gaining more daylight every day, which is a great thing.
Thank God.
23 degrees.
It's 23 degrees outside, so everything that melted with the little sun that we got today is just going to freeze overnight. So be very careful if you're driving around town. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. But I'm glad that you're okay. So the swelling went down?
Yeah.
And you have your doctor's appointment tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to ask him.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah. That's important. That's importante.
Yes, muy
Yeah, muy importante. So, and you can like practice all your Spanglish with him.
See.
See,
God. Okay.
you can say, rice with habichuelas. You'd be like,
Rice with habichuelas.
yeah. Or arroz with beans.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, for me, I've had a very, project is over, or so I thought. So it's been a relatively normal week for me at work, meaning that, I'm not working 7 days a week anymore. I have time to breathe, but now I don't know what to do with myself because I've been working 7 days a week for so long that it's like when I have a day off and I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, should I do laundry? No, I'm just going to sit here and watch TV. No, it's been fucking insane. But, things are calming down. And yesterday, I was like, you know what? I got done with work and I was like, I miss Elsie. Like, I feel like I haven't talked to Elsie in a long time. Elsie and I get on that phone and we're talking about, our family shit and drama and, because, as Latinos.
And that man.
We and that man. And because, we have a lot of drama and that man. And we were on the phone for almost 4 hours, her and I, just shooting the shit. I'm having shots, drinking on my end. She's on her end, doing her thing. And, it's a good conversation. Elsie, I'm so sorry I'm going to say this. It's a good conversation where she peed 3 times. I took a dump and peed twice. And we were still on the phone having a conversation and talking shit about everybody.
Okay, was this FaceTime?
Yes.
All right.
It's a good conversation.
That's a good conversation.
That's
you don't want to.
also really
I mean,
good to
The tea
know.
was hot.
I mean, the tea was hot. So, you don't want to put your phone down, but you don't, obviously she's not watching me while I'm doing my things. Like I put the phone, she's looking at the ceiling or something, but we just didn't want to hang up and we caught up and it was just so much fun. And we talked and I really missed her. And she was like, oh, I still have your microphone and stuff here. Maybe I should stop in on a Wednesday and just join you guys. Like, you should totally do that.
That would be great.
Yeah, because we would totally love to see you.
And we could all take a back seat because she would just talk.
Of course, and
Absolutely.
just let her go.
But can I bitch about something real quick?
Okay, go.
Fucking FaceTime. All right, I love it. It serves a purpose. It really does. But don't call me on FaceTime.
Why?
Just don't. Like,
Why?
Because normally when somebody calls me on FaceTime, it's my day off. My hair's not done.
You look like shit.
My face is not done.
Something I haven't seen.
I haven't showered.
I've seen it all.
I don't give a shit. If I don't pick up and I text you, it's because she has not put her face together. And I am so sick of people thinking that that is the normal way to speak today.
Little Latin boy in drag. I have seen you 30 seconds after you've woken up.
That's fine.
So if it's me, you're answering my fucking video call.
Hell fucking
I
no.
called her
I
today.
ignored her yesterday.
She did.
She did.
And I sent her a video message. I was like, how dare you? Well, first and foremost, when she calls me, I have this one like epic picture of her that shows up on my screen. That's how I got it. I screenshotted our
Conversation.
conversation.
Even like my parents now that they've like started FaceTiming all the time because of the grandkids, they FaceTime me all the time. I'm like, no.
You're not gonna see me like this.
No.
But girl, I've seen
and
that
also
worse.
it's like why your phone why is your phone here? I can't even see you.
My mother, she goes,
And she's talking
let me
like
show you
this.
this. And I'm like, Mom, I'm still seeing your face. She goes, but I'm showing you. I'm like, I'm still seeing your face. Did you mean to turn the camera around? And she goes, oh yeah, how do I do that? And I'm like, oh, now I have to give her a tutorial.
Yeah. And then every single time.
Yes. Like, how do I turn this camera
Just
around?
flip the phone around.
She goes like, where's the controls?
What do you mean? I see you. Why can't you see me?
Yeah.
The controls went away. What happened? I'm like, Ma, tap the screen. She goes, oh, and which one is the one to turn the camera around? I'm like, I digress. So 2 weeks ago, Mom still had one of the iPhones with the buttons, and it wasn't like the sound wasn't really coming through. Like it wouldn't ring half the time. Like shit was going through. So I went and I took her and bought her a brand new iPhone.
We know.
And before I took her to bingo, we went to the casino. And so now she's got a new phone. I bought her a new little wallet for the phone so that she can put the phone in there. So I sort of kind of like hooked her up and I said, okay, you're good now for another 2 years, right? She's like, yeah. So then now she's like, she calls me and she goes, I can't open the phone. And I'm like, Ma, what do you mean? She goes, it has no button. I don't know how to unlock it. How do you open it? I'm like, Ma, swipe up and then look at it. She goes like, but what do you mean? Don't I have to put my finger on it? And I'm like,
Not anymore.
The button is gone. You
Yep.
simply look at the phone, a little pretty face comes up and says unlocked, and you just swipe up. And it took me 35 minutes to get her to do it.
Mm.
But she figured out how to dial my phone number while the phone was locked, though.
Oh, I'm sure. Just be like,
And you know how she
"Siri,
did it? Because I was on, right.
Call macho.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, she's
Siri.
something else.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, I'm all for FaceTime every once in a while, but just like, no, like,
Yeah, but when I call, answer, bitch. Don't ignore
no,
me.
just like call me. If I want to FaceTime, then we can FaceTime while we're on the phone. But don't surprise me when my face ain't done, my hair's all over the place.
That's how I like to see you, the real you.
No, because you screenshot shit.
No, I screenshot shit once, and it was such an epic
Not
picture. And
once.
that's once, and that's the one I kept. I mean, I'd still have a video of you throwing up in Paul's toilet. Like,
Yeah, but that was Paul.
that's 12,000 years ago. No, actually, that was my video. I took that.
Of course you did. And this is why I want people to FaceTime me.
That's what happened.
But that was like 15 years ago. It was just like it was a whole other lifetime ago.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
15, 20 pounds ago. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but shit happens, you know. It's technology, it's ever changing, and you know, we can adapt, right? Because you know we're like quick.
You guys know Hummel's hot dogs, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so the owner of Hummel's is a donor.
Does he have a Hummel?
I don't know, but I love him. I love his wife. His family's lovely.
I'm sure.
But we had been texting this the other day because they wanted to buy tickets to Gala.
Of course.
And today I went to call him, and I like hit the button. I'm FaceTiming him. I'm like, no. Like, no.
Did he call back?
Yeah, he called me on my office line. But it was just so funny. I was just like, oh my God, I didn't mean to FaceTime.
Well, it's technology's challenging because you know it's ever changing. Every time they release a new software, you've got new functionality, and they move the buttons around.
Yeah, and my mom always thinks her phone is broken.
Why doesn't that surprise? So here's the thing. So for us millennials, because we're all millennials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are.
Barely.
Well, actually, I'm a zennial.
Yeah, no, I think I'm barely a millennial. You guys are one above me.
One below you,
That's what I meant.
Z.
behind you. We're zennials. Because we straddle
Definitely a
the
zennial.
analog and digital, and like parents didn't care about us. They would kick us out and be like, you know, don't come back in until I'm done cleaning my floors.
We had commercials reminding our
Seriously.
parents they had kids.
exactly
It's
like
10 p.m. Do you know where the
kid?
fuck your kids are at?
Yeah, hello, go get them.
So true.
yeah,
Like, hey, hello. Yo, fucking, it's 10 p.m., fuckers.
shit. We used to drink water out of the water, the faucet outside,
Oh my God. Yep.
the
See,
hose.
growing up in New York, a fire hydrant. We didn't have a hose.
There's a hose. A warning. Please do not drink out of this hose.
That's it.
That's the first thing we did.
Mm-hmm.
Do not. We sort of kind of, yeah. Remember Tide Pod? We were worse.
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think. Yeah.
No, we weren't that stupid, but you know, but we were resourceful. We
No,
made
we
do
did
with what
stupid
we
shit.
had.
We just didn't have anything to record it.
Exactly. No, but we no.
So-
We're a badass generation, I think. Us Zennials.
Yeah, the ones that survived.
Yeah, pretty much.
True. True.
No, but what I was gonna say, it's like you're right. It's like our parents, which is the generation of the boomers. Oh my God, you give them any phone, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, and it's like every 5 minutes they've done it 15,000 times, but every 5 minutes they're still asking you how to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I think not everybody, but it's the updates that get my mom. Not my dad. My dad is pretty good. But when her phone updates, and you know how now you have like, you have to swipe up and you have to like, if you want to do a GIF or find your memes or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's all changed.
Yeah, it's all that. Ooh.
It's broken, Nicholas.
I'm like, no, Mom.
What does she call you? Does she have a term of endearment, your mother, for you?
No,
What the fuck happened here?
you broke your thing.
I broke my microphone.
No,
Okay.
I'm just Nicholas. or
Just
Nick.
Nicholas? That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, don't see. That don't fly in my house.
No, Nikki.
No Nikki or
No, nobody calls me Nikki. The only
Hey.
person that's allowed to call me Nikki was Matt.
Oh, okay.
Lito.
So what do they call you at home, Jay? Sorry, as I'm trying to like
Jay.
just Jay.
Jay. Oh, yeah.
Oh
That's
my God.
Jay.
This is a rough show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like put my microphone back on the stand. It's like, what the fuck?
I had a funky nickname when I was a little kid, but it never really stuck.
Well, what?
This bitch is falling apart. Not live.
You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We are at 30 minutes, so let's go ahead and take a
Take a
moment for
Just-
for all of you here. We'll be back in just a minute. Tom, you want to just hold on to that and press all those buttons you need to press?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna take a break. We will be right back.
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back from the break. We are back. We're refreshed. We had an opportunity to, do what we needed to do, take our shots and all that good stuff. Speaking absolute cursive today. And we're back on the second half of the show. And of course, that is the dish part of our soap. Of our soap. I told you. It's going to be a hot
in
mess.
advance. This has been a messy show.
It's always a messy show. You know that. It's
That's
what we
not
do
true.
best.
Sometimes
Yeah, no. Sometimes
we get it right.
Yeah, we do. So, before I kick off on some of the choices that I've made for today's dish, Trish, do you have anything?
Kinda.
Kind of. Well, go for it.
So for Gala this year.
Okay.
So we just announced Gala last week.
Oh, yes.
And we have, well, since I've been there, our first non-binary actor to perform at our gala this year.
And that's amazing. And it's
Nice.
huge. It's a huge actor.
Yeah. Alex Newell, who just starred in Shucked on Broadway and won their first Tony for their role on in Shucked, will be coming to the Shubert Theater. She was also recently named Best Feature Actor in a musical, but then she was also named this year's recent New Power of New York's list for performers, as well as she was named Time's Best Performer this year.
That's amazing.
Or last year, in 2023.
So, yeah, because, right, it feels so weird. We're into 17 days into a new year, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what year is it?
No, I think this is going to be huge for you guys. I think it was a perfect pick for Gala.
Yeah, we're
because they are extremely talented.
Oh my God, powerhouse.
And I'm excited. I hope that Steve needs a date for this year's Gala again.
She's not invited.
Oh, well, you heard it here first. No, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great. I mean, last year's guest, Jeremy Jordan was just incredible. He was amazing. He's always been amazing. I mean, the man's got an incredible gift. So it's only fitting to follow that up with someone such a transcending person.
Yeah.
Right? That transcends gender binaries, that transcends vocal expectations, right? Like the range that this person has is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and I think it was also important for me to not only have a person of color, but also to have a person in the LGBTQ plus community, especially them being non-binary with the current rhetoric. Not that we ever take a political stance. We can't. But as an institution that supports everyone
Right.
and wants to be welcoming to everyone, it was a really beautiful thing to see us announce Alex Newell.
Yeah, and it's a stage, and it's a place for anyone and everyone to bring their art, their talent, and their expertise in the field to an amazing stage that's been around and been producing, amazing productions for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
right.
And it's crazy to me because we've already, we sent out a save the date via email, and that day I was getting phone calls. I want to buy a ticket. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Okay.
This is great. So I'm happy. Congratulations to you and to your team. I know that all of you must have worked very hard to lock that up and secure it and make sure that, that was the way that you were moving forward. It's just incredible. And I'm very happy for all of you.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Because you guys all work very hard. And you do great. I know. I have sad news for you.
Oh, God.
So and it breaks my heart. So I get very emotional when plants don't do well. And
oh, no.
They died.
Oh, no.
They didn't make it.
It's okay. I'm buying new ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not okay. That's terrible.
So I inherited two, hibiscus trees from last year's event to take care of. And unfortunately, they didn't make it. So I tried.
Murderer.
Oh, I know.
They lasted longer than most.
Well, so typically, they do great outside when
Yeah.
it's summertime. When you're slightly slipping into fall, you got to start trimming them down, cleaning them up, getting them prepped, getting rid of all the bugs that typically live in the soil and blah whatnot before you bring them indoors. And I brought them indoors, and I thought that they were going to do well where they were, and they were initially, and then it's just like it just shed everything, and I was just like, oh shit. And then I started cutting branches to see if there was any green inside. It was done, so they're outside now. So they're going to be part of spring cleanup. So my apologies and my condolences to the two,
Yep.
to the two trees. My original one, though, the one that's been with me for like 5 seasons, is still alive. That one's still kicking.
Yeah, my heart is broken.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like they weren't feeling it. So anyway, congratulations to you, to the Shubert Theater, for booking and landing such amazing talent. I'm looking forward to this year's gala. If I am, lucky enough to land a ticket.
We know about that overtime.
Mm.
You can buy a
She
ticket.
could buy tickets. She could buy a table for them.
Oh, she is nasty. She is nasty.
You got to write something off.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Honey, there's no writing off for me. She's a single gal, no children.
No
I
children,
can't write off my dogs.
Better get knocked up or something.
20 times over.
He's tried.
Yeah.
He has tried.
Yeah, I did. All right. Well, listen. So congratulations once again. Let's move on. So we have 3 more stories that we want to talk about. I want to start off with Elton John. So you know that we have a very, very slim list of people that have actually gotten the distinctive or the unique title of being an EGOT, right? Yep. A person who's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. So Elton John, during the Emmy ceremonies on Monday night, became the latest EGOT to join the clan. So at the 75th Annual Emmy Awards on Monday night, legendary out singer, songwriter Elton John became pop culture history's latest EGOT winner. John won an Emmy as an executive producer performer for his live concert special, Elton John Live, Farewell from Dodger Stadium, in the category of Outstanding Variety Special Live, meaning that after 60 years in the show business, he is finally one of the few in the EGOT club. Mm-hmm. And you think about, there's not that many people in there. Viola Davis, right? Now Elton John, you've got Jennifer Hudson, you have Barbara Streisand. Who else is an EGOT? Oh God, there's not that many, right? So Elton John's live farewell stadium beat the Oscars, the Tonys, Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show, and Chris Rock's Selective Outrage. John was not there to accept the award, and other producers of the special accepted the award for him. EGOT is a term coined in Miami Vice actor. Excuse me, let me reread that again. EGOT is a term coined by Miami Vice actor Philip Michael Thomas that celebrates people who have won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. John won 5 Grammys, including the Grammy for Legends Award, 2 Oscars for Can You Feel the Love Tonight and The Lion King. And I'm gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man, and won his Tony for Best Original Score for Aida.
Wow.
And that's amazing. And it's huge, right? We think about...
I was really surprised he wasn't there.
Well, I mean, you know, he is Sir Elton John.
No,
so
I know, but I mean, like...
I'm sure, you know, wherever he was.
The list is pretty extensive. It's not bad.
It's a very exclusive club. Who do you got? I mentioned a couple.
Yeah, Helen Hayes, Rita Moreno, Audrey Hepburn,
That's right. Our very own Boricua,
Yeah.
Rita Moreno.
Mel Brooks, Mike Nichols.
Stop it, Mel.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi.
Yeah. Trying to
John
look-
Legend?
that is what?
Stop
Is
it.
he? Yeah, John Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Hudson, Viola Davis, Elton John,
Yeah.
And there I am,
Barbara
right there.
Streisand,
Right.
Liz,
And there she is.
Lisa,
Rita, she's going to go nuts
James
if you
Earl,
don't.
Harry, Quincy, Frank.
Trish Bussett.
Yeah, they're right there at the bottom.
Yeah, she's way at the bottom.
Trish, the bottom Bussett.
Crushed it.
Good job, baby boy. So congratulations to
Quite a few people.
Elton.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, I've always found, you know, although he's been very controversial, I've always found Elton to be a very interesting individual, but also in a sense, mostly positive representation for the LGBTQ plus community. He's been married to his husband, partner for whatever they call it out in.
Andrew Lloyd Webber too.
Of course.
Oh, I
yeah.
would expect nothing
Yeah.
less from Andrew Lloyd Webber. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
He had the legendary fucking what's her face that sang in Phantom of the Opera way in the beginning. Oh God, I love her too. She's great. She looks weird. She has a weird like look to her. Oh my God, Sarah Brightman.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know who Sarah Brightman is?
Mm.
Nicholas, I want your Broadway card right now.
I don't have one anymore.
Oh my gosh, she was I think she was in the original production of Phantom of the Opera. Sarah Brightman is legendary. How do I know this?
Yeah, you're right.
You're slipping, Nick.
That's his wife.
Yeah, it's Sarah fucking Brightman, man. She was
Here's
fucking
my
killer.
card.
Well, to be fair, it's not my favorite show.
Oh my God, he's got a bisexual card. Wait, look at this.
Where did you get that? She made that. It's fake.
It's
She got it at Rio Envios agency.
it's my card.
She's got a bisexual card. I'm
Lifetime
proud of you.
membership, BS.
Can you find me a gay one?
Yeah. I
Like
can
super gay?
get- Absolutely.
Okay, I want 2 cards. One for me, one for Nick.
One for Trish. All right. I'll get you those.
I want like a whole box.
A whole box.
So I can
you
just start
pass
giving
out?
them out. Yeah, like you're officially gay. So anyway, yes, congratulations
God.
to Elton John.
Can I have your card and just hand them
Yeah,
that?
hand them that.
Yeah, it's like, you're at.
My
All right.
number's on the back.
So, so continuing on the theme with the
Oh, boy.
Emmys,
Yeah.
obviously it's award season. So, you know, you're going to start seeing a lot of stories and people going out and doing their thing. I want to talk about Pedro Pascal. One of my absolute favorite characters in Game of Thrones when he played Oberyn Martell, who was clearly bisexual on the show. So, you know, proud representation for our community in a show that was just so bloody and fucking murderous. And he was great in it. I loved his character. But we talked about this many years, well, actually back in 2021, I think it was, when his sister, she came out as a transgender
Yep.
woman. You know, she's
Who is beautiful, by
absolutely
the way.
gorgeous. She was featured in a Chilean magazine way back when she came out as trans, and he posted you know, something very loving and endearing about his sister. He was very proud of her, etc. But they both showed up. Lux was his date to the Emmys this time around, and as you know, Pedro Pascal has been killing it in most of the roles that he's been playing. The most recent one was The Last of Us. I don't know if you've guys seen on Max, which is what it's called now. It's not HBO Max anymore. It's just Max. So he isn't just one of the most outspoken, openly pro LGBTQ plus celebrities in Hollywood. He is also one of the most fashionable. The man showed up looking all kinds of fucking hot. And that's what the Mandalorian and The Last of Us star continued to prove as he attended the 2024 Grammy Awards the Emmy Awards over the weekend, and he took his sister, a transgender actor and model, Alex Pascal, as his date. The two seemingly coordinated their outfits, both wearing dark ensembles. Pedro's black sweater perfectly camouflaged the sling he's recently had to don following an injury caused by a fall, which he first revealed during the Golden Globes red carpet last week. On his uninjured arm, he proudly showed off his sister. I think she's incredibly beautiful.
Oh my God.
Love her. Despite preferring to keep his personal life private, Pascal, who's 48 years old, has spoken at length about his relationship with Lux. He previously said that she reminds him of their late mother, Veronica, who died by suicide in 2000. Lux is and has always been one of the most powerful people and passionate personalities I've ever known. My protective side is lethal, but I need her more than she needs me.
Oh,
and that is incredible. And I think that when you see people like this, who clearly hold a lot of, power in the sense of visibility, right? Using that voice. He's not a member of our community, but he's an advocate. And when he uses that voice and that power to elevate people like his sister in our community, I think it's a win-win for everyone, especially given the temperature and things that have been happening all over the U.S. recently in our community. So I think he deserves claps. Seriously, thank you for doing what you do. You know, it's incredible.
Absolutely. And that might be a nice segue into another subject we were discussing earlier.
Yeah, well,
Connecticut, and what the fuck happened with Enfield?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, you know what? Before we go to Enfield, I'm still interested in what the fuck is happening in Bridgeport.
No one knows.
Oh, shit.
Because
That's a bigger mess.
So, the reason why I ask is because we just had local elections in November, right? And we talked about the whole hot mess that was, the corruption shit that was happening in the city of Bridgeport, which is, by the way, like 20 minutes away from where our studio is. And the fact that, we had a primary that was challenged by Gomes, which was one of the people that were running for office. He was
running for mayor, yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden it's like, they found out that supposedly Ganem, who is no stranger to
the news and
and crime and I mean, the man got locked up for a couple of years and then he got released and became mayor again. Welcome to Bridgeport, y'all.
No, actually, I mean, if you think about it, Trump, he might go to jail.
Yeah, I think he
might
probably
still get reelected
while he's fucking incarcerated.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on over there. What are we expecting? Are we doing a new election, a new primary? What's happening?
Tuesday, January 23rd is the special election. So apparently Gome contested the win because of they were supposedly stuffing absentee ballots into the boxes on the night of election. That was caught on video, obviously, and there's history there. Gomes used to work for Ganem at one time. When Gomes used to work for Ganem, he was known as, or he was dubbed, Ganem's watchdog. Right, so he was supposed to be the guy that was going to come in and clean office. I don't know what happened, but they fell off at some point or another. And then all of a sudden this past year, Gomes is running for mayor against Ganem. So I'm sure Gomes knows the tricks of the trade and he's learned quite a few things because...
Yeah, he was probably like, can you please watch all those cameras?
Yeah.
Right
he
now.
already knew what was coming down the pipe.
I want you to make sure you're watching the cameras that are pointed at those drop boxes.
Yeah. So sure enough, people got caught out doing illegal stuff. He contested it in court. They had a special election in November.
Well, they had the regular election. They had the primary. And then they had the regular election.
the win, Ganem won, but it was by a couple of maybe 100 votes. It was enough for a judge to consider a special election,
Right.
which will be happening next
Right.
week on the 23rd.
So who's mayor in Bridgeport right now?
Ganem is still mayor.
By default, because he
By
was the
default,
original
yeah.
mayor there.
Yep.
Yeah, this is some shit show.
Yeah,
It's like, you've got a convicted criminal who went to jail for all the shit he did when he was mayor originally,
yep.
gets out of jail, runs and gets reelected again. I'm like, you can't make this shit up.
Yep, it's true. Yeah, and he got caught for, the favors. He was giving city contracts to friends and, people that kind of gave him stuff back in return and paved their driveways and, got
Well, I feel like,
got freebies
but
for-
see, here's the thing. So, I mean, cut me off whenever you want to,
no.
but I feel like, if you're giving me the dick, I'm going to make sure you get all the contracts.
Yeah.
If the dick is good.
Yeah, you can't do that though.
This is why I'm not a politician. Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he was convicted for quite a few things.
We're like, I'll meet you at the park.
Came out of jail and...
But he got a lot out of it too. So like he would give a contract and he's like, I want a pool.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I need my driveway redone. I'm going to give you this contract. And,
Right.
all of a sudden they got construction jobs with the city paving streets and whatnot. And he's got a new driveway, or his mom had a new driveway, or a
Right.
roof, or so there was kickbacks left and right there. Which, was obvious.
What do we call it? Pork?
Oh,
That's what they call, like, all this money that you just, like, need to spend
oh, yeah.
because you budget it for it and you've got to spend it for it. And then when they start writing legislation, they incorporate a lot of this money and stuff and
yeah, right
side
into those-
thingamajig. They call it pork. Legislative pork. It's the
So-
fat that's in the bills that shouldn't
Yeah.
even be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still can't use that money illegally.
Well, clearly. But, it's still there.
Doesn't stop them from doing it.
It's fucking
apparently.
crazy. It's
And
fucking
it doesn't
crazy.
stop people from re-electing them. And it,
Right.
Which is crazy.
the changes occur where the money's at, and
Right.
and you don't see it. We could barely keep officers in the police department. They hired, what was the last year they hired, like 25, and I think 20 of them left department to other cities. So
Bridgeport is a tough city.
it is.
And when you think about the neighboring cities,
That's because the fucking mayor is thinking about his goddamn driveway and not the city.
and the pool,
exactly.
and the hot tub.
Yes, I think that they have all these new classes coming in, and great. They're 30, 40 new
Right.
officers, but after their 1 year of commitment is up to the city, half of them or 90% of them leave to other cities.
Right.
They get
or
better
other
pay.
towns, of course.
Better pay. So to boot
Right.
that in itself.
Right.
I mean, it's a miracle we have the amount of police officers we do.
Right.
in Bridgeport
And
right
the
now.
thing is, too, it's like neighboring police departments. And you have to think about, for
One
example,
town over and you're
where
making 20 grand more.
Bridgeport is, right? So Bridgeport is it's considered part of Fairfield,
Fairfield
County,
County,
right?
yeah.
And Fairfield is where Westport, Connecticut is. It's where, what's the other towns around that are all Richie, like
Southport, Darien.
Southport, Darien. So, it's like you have a lot of stars and a lot of people that work in New York City, or celebrities that live in the Fairfield area. There's a lot of Martha Stewart lived in Fairfield for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so there's clearly an opportunity for someone who just, walks the beat for a year in Bridgeport to just go over to the neighboring town and earn an additional 20 grand, like you said, right?
Yep.
And that's the fucked up part about it. It's like that police department does nothing as intensive as the city of Bridgeport itself does, and these police officers are being paid shit to do that work.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the issue there. Especially in Bridgeport. Bridgeport is high risk. I mean, there's always something going on,
I mean, you live
and it's
there.
one of the largest cities, in the state. So,
Yeah.
population wise,
I think it is the largest city population-wise in the state of Connecticut.
yeah, I think it is
More than
I think
Hartford and New Haven, yeah.
second, and New Haven's third,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
So it's just we're lacking big time, and taxes get
Yeah.
higher, and and
Yep.
they want to bill you. Hey, trust me, the bills come in without a fault. You know,
Honey, they bill you for the sperm
January
in your balls.
1st. Yeah, January 1st.
You haven't
I had
even,
my,
like-
I have my first bill for the car taxes.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
you haven't even like literally inserted your sperm yet, and they're
Yeah,
already taxing you on
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Waterbury and Bridgeport, I just drive by.
Yeah,
It's
no,
tough. It's
yeah.
tough.
If it wasn't for the fact that he lives there, like I would never visit Bridgeport. I go to his house, and it's a direct route.
Well,
and
what's
I go
crazy is you have Black Rock, you have Bridgeport, Black Rock, and then right after Bridgeport, what's the next one? Stratford? No,
Devon.
Coming up this way is Stratford.
No, going
down is
down.
Fairfield.
Fairfield. It's like money, no money, money.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, holy shit. It's like
Well,
you-
that's
you-
Connecticut as a whole, though.
I mean, when I
That's-
go to his house, I take the Merritt. I go through the Merritt
back-
side. I
the
never
back
drive
streets.
95. I don't want to get off exit 27A.
No.
It's dangerous.
Anyway.
Well, it's not that bad anymore.
Well, you're right.
It's improving, and that I gotta give them.
I mean, you
they
get off the
have-
highway and there's
yeah.
a jail right there.
They've been improved.
But also, like, if somebody like
That's
tries
City Hall. No,
Am I wrong?
Jay, you're not wrong. But Jay, if somebody like tries to like hijack you or something, or like jump you, look at you, somebody tries to do that to me, I'm like, what?
You can have the
Here,
car.
take it.
I've got tendonitis.
My foot is swollen. I can't walk. Don't do this to me here. What? I'm Barnum Avenue. Don't do it here.
Don't do it here.
Yeah, Boston Ave is one of their like you have a DMV somewhere down there. Yeah, it's a hot
on-
mess.
On Boston Ave, yeah.
So that being said, good segue.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to talk about the craziness and the shockingness of living in a state like ours. We're a blue state.
Purple.
Yeah, well, we've
we're
always been blue.
Yeah.
We go blue, but I would say
And, for the most part, the state of Connecticut has always been one of those places that no matter where you go, you always see a pride flag flying here and there. And it's never been an issue, right? I mean, it has at some point in time, but in recent years, it has never been an issue. We celebrate Pride. We can go to Hartford. We can go to, what is that place that they used in Wallingford somewhere? It's like the
Middletown?
fairground lawn. The fairgrounds where we were doing Pride for
that
a
was
while.
in North Haven.
In North Haven, you go to Stamford, you go to Bridgeport, you go to different New Haven, and you see the Pride flag flying around. Well, newsflash. We have crazies that live in Connecticut too. And so flying the Pride flag is a gateway to ISIS. A Connecticut official claims as the town actually passes a ban to fly the pride flag in their town hall. And we're talking about none other than the town of Enfield. Connecticut Town Council voted to ban LGBTQ plus pride flags in government buildings almost immediately after going under Republican control. And the city council for the town of Enfield voted in a meeting on Monday to ban all flags from flying at all government buildings, save for the United States, Connecticut state or military flags. The new policy, which went into effect, which went through with a vote of 6-5, replaces the 2022 policy that allowed the rainbow flag to fly during the month of June, which is Pride Month. Interestingly enough, while some of the council members pushing the policy claim to do so in a way that remains neutral, councilors at large, Gina Cicala, who voted against the measure, accused them of directly targeting the LGBTQ plus community and the pride flag. And the reason being is, I think the real reason, she says, quote, I think the real reason is you don't want the pride flag up on the town hall, which is absolutely disgusting. Tom Tyler, an interim town attorney, claimed at one point that if the pride flag was allowed to be flown, ISIS could come in and want to display one, let's say for the IRA. Basically anybody who wanted to could come in and display their flag. You'd have to be content neutral and let everybody, he then went off topic to accurately to accuse schools of trying to indoctrinate students with transgender ideology. The interesting thing here is about all of this that the committee who voted again for a 6-5 vote, two of those individuals who voted to ban the flag had previously voted in 2022 to allow the flags to be flown in Enfield. And so basically they reversed course. And the only difference is here now is that this panel is now controlled by Republicans. So they felt, here's what I'm assuming, this is an assumption, that because they weren't the majority, they were just going to go with the flow. But now that they have the majority, they're going to speak their voice and inflict their ideals on everybody else, including members of our community. That's what I read from that. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I would more go along the lines of they were protecting their seat and went in the opposite direction with the flow of the newcomers that wanted to change the law.
Right. Do you think so?
Yeah. I mean, that's my... Yeah.
Like, I think they probably... Well, okay. What is your take, Jay? What is your take on it?
I think,
Microphone, please.
Yeah, I know. I forget.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, I think the same thing you're saying. I mean, it goes both ways, right? So you're looking at, at the time they voted for, it wasn't Republican controlled basically at that point. So yeah, they're gonna go with what saves their ass at the end of the day. I mean,
right. They want to keep their seat.
Yeah, they're not stupid. They're going to want to keep their seat. And once they have majority, then they can try and make those changes.
Right.
The thing is, I think a lot of times these changes come into play, especially during this time. And I think it's, in a way, it's kind of a good thing. And I'm only saying that because people will see, okay, if these changes are occurring at just the state level, the local level, in our hometown, in the backyard, and there hasn't been a change of presidency, these are a sign of things to come.
That's my fear. That's my fear.
Well,
I think it should serve as a wake-up call for a lot of us.
Well, I also think that area of Connecticut,
it's like Middle America.
A little bit. It's very rural, and Chris actually grew up a town away from Enfield.
Right.
And when I would go up there and hang out and visit, I would see more Trump lawn flags than anywhere else in the state. I mean, when I say that Connecticut is purple, when I say that, we're getting the purple from these areas in the state.
Right. Here's what's concerning to me. So,
wasn't it when we went up there for the party that they had the Trump 2024 lawn signs?
Something. I think it was.
There was something.
Yeah, we went for his graduation party. I was just like, oh God, we are coming into like crazy county. But here's my fear. So we have an election, right? Donald Trump just literally cleared 50% of the vote in a caucus in the state of Iowa. We don't know what things are going to look like in the next state that's holding primaries, which is New Hampshire. And, my fear is that currently the only saving grace that we have is that we have a democratically controlled Senate, right? Which is and we have a Democratic president that's keeping the House in check for their craziness and what they want to impose on the country, right? We have that safeguard. But this is a wake-up call for people in our community, for people who want to consider themselves allies for our community. We have a very conservative court. We're in a situation right now where in exactly 11 months, the nation will find out if we're going to allow ourselves to be put back in a situation that we were 4 years ago.
Why would you even say that?
Because it's a reality that we have to face, right? Not only that, we have a risk of losing control of the Senate, which is currently our only safeguard against an extremely conservative court and a rogue fucking House of Representatives that can't even keep a fucking Speaker of the House, right? We have potentially the ability to lose our control of the presidency, our control of the House, the Senate, and we already have a conservative court. And if that happens, what can happen is the impact will be felt immediately. States that have been curtailed with their fucking drag bans and their book bans and this kind of ban and this kind of ban in our community, that have been curtailed by the Justice Department filing lawsuits and people filing lawsuits against their efforts to ban and literally put our community in a fucking box.
Mm-hmm.
All those safeguards that we have in place go away, right? The states now have free reign to pass any legislation that they want, knowing that at the national level, while we do have Democrats that are very vocal and will fight, have no control to do anything about it. And we can lose a lot simply by losing the Senate and the presidency.
Yeah, we know. We talk about this all the time.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really know how to even respond to that.
Not to
because
mention,
it's
I
just-
mean, I don't even think, with the election of this man, I don't even think democracy will exist in the U.S. after that, given what happened on January 6th 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It's crazy. We're in a serious.
trying to turn it into a dictatorship.
Yeah. So my thing is this. You know what? Get over the fucking fact that Biden is fucking almost 90. Get over it. You're gonna have to get over it. There is no other person that's running for president. Nobody challenges an incumbent president from the same party. He's who we have. Him and Kamala. That's it. Get on board. Because on the other side of that is a whole shit show and a clown car that we already experienced 4 years of. We have experience with that shit. We don't want to go there again. There is not going to be another person running. He is who we have.
It's true.
And we have to get behind him. We have to get behind Kamala, and we have to do what we have to do. Whether you like him or not, or whether you think he's old or not. It's who we have. It is our only saving grace in uniting our party and making sure that we come out in numbers that we have never seen before. Because let me tell you, 50%
It
in an
keeps happening,
Iowa in an Iowa caucus, it is the highest percentage that any person has ever won. And this is after being indicted in 4 different cases and having over 90 different felony indictments against him. It's fucking crazy. So wake the fuck up and don't wait. Don't let it be too late, because clearly shit's going to happen. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway. I think that's all we have for the dish.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's
depressed
scary.
now, so
That's
Yeah,
scary.
let's go.
Let's go.
So I'm going to toss it over to my boys. Of course, there's a couple of things that we do before we close the show out. So we do love you, but wake the fuck up. Jaybird. Oh, no, it's not Jaybird. Let me give my
rewind.
Let me give my Trish some love.
All right, everybody, here's Mama Kim's Minute. I'm going to skip number 1 because Tom already talked about it. So number 2, Paul Mescal doesn't hold back on question of whether straight actors should be playing gay roles. Number 3, the 9 queerest moments from the Emmy Awards 2024, from kisses to evil gaze.
That was our opener
That
today.
was our opener.
I fucking love it. Jaybird, over to you.
Alrighty then. On this day,
Alrighty. And
let's rewind and restart. On this day in gay history, brought to you by GayTalk 2.0. Where? Georgia, January 17th, 1999. After, I'm not going to say the headline first because it kind of gives it away right away, but after more than a dozen doctors had refused to treat AIDS, a trans man, on the grounds that taking him on as a patient might harm their practice, his story was documented on Southern Comforts. As a result of them refusing said services, Robert Eads died from ovarian cancer.
I'm proud of you, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You did a really
He
good job.
completely
He flipped it,
deconstructed
made it
that.
make sense.
Yeah.
He deconstructed it and reconstructed it in a
Yeah.
way that it was just like
makes
earthquake
sense.
proof.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yes.
All right.
Jaybird.
We work sometimes. We work.
Oh my God, he ate his Wheaties this morning. So, interestingly enough, I was curious because you said Georgia, and I didn't know if we were talking about the country Georgia in Europe, or if we were talking about the state of Georgia in the U.S. And then you said Southern Comforts, and I was like, okay, I know where we're at.
Yeah. With them peaches.
All right.
And
All right.
Do we have anyone that won the week this week? Because
Well,
that's our new segment.
Yeah, of course. So it's time for Who Won the Week. And I'm going to toss it over to you, Jaybird. First, who do you think won the week for you?
I don't have anybody.
That's some
this week.
fucked
It's
up
been-
shit, dude. You weren't prepared, so you're gonna throw him under the bus.
Yeah, throw me. No, I wasn't. I didn't think about it, but after hearing the opener, I would say that opening.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer
She won the
Coolidge.
fucking week for you.
For me, yeah, that was
Agreed. I'm like, hello, I want to thank all the. What did she say? Wait, let's do it
all
again.
The evil gays.
Yeah.
Is it
I want
playing?
to thank all the evil gays.
Yeah, that bitch. She got it.
You know,
She won the week for you.
Jennifer Coolidge.
What about you, Trish?
He took mine.
Oh, he took yours. Oh, okay. Well, Jennifer Coolidge is the shit. You know, I will tell you, she is the shit. For me, who won the week for me this week? For me, it would have to be Joy Reid. MSNBC host Joy Reid won the week because that girl be spilling some tea and she be burning some burns on MSNBC, and she just took, you know, what's her Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, and she was just playing with them all fucking week long.
Good.
And I think for me, you know, she is real. She is one of the few hosts of color currently on TV that is allowed to just do what she needs to do and speak how she needs to speak and have the guests that she wants to have. And she is real. She keeps it amazing, and I fucking love her. And for me, she won the week because she's just fucking killing it. So you better work, Joy Reid. All right.
Nice.
Trisha, over to you.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
So announcements. Over to me.
Yeah.
All right. Jaybird.
If you love the show, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review our favorite podcast on your favorite podcasting services. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite devices or web browser as soon as the episode is published. You can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, you, our listeners, can help support the show with a pledged donation. The donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more.
I just want to confess that I'm so fucking stupid, right? So, and let me explain why.
She's lost in the sauce.
I thought I panned the camera to him while he was reading that while I'm asking her a question in private, and the camera was on you the whole time, like.
And I still didn't get the question.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it
We'll
later.
talk about it later. Nick, over to you.
There's a whole thing missing here,
Yeah.
and I was just wondering if
Oh, I
that
took
was
it out.
if that was on purpose. Okay. All right. Well, Nick Bird, over to you. Wrong one.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Get the Future Method and all other products today. All products are doctor developed and can clean out without hurting your bum. Take confidence anywhere with the anal powder. Anal powder packs, and now you can increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal dilation kit. Visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum cleanser today.
All right. And ladies and gents, I want to thank you all for joining us. If you love our show, excuse me. Yeah, no. Yeah. That was
And I guess it's time for our closing plugs. So it is time to put a ring on it.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yeah, we're a mess. Go for it.
Our show, oh God. Our show is a hot mess and is available on our website, GayTalk20.com, under audio podcast.
/hot mess.
/. It is also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Stitcher Radio. Nick, over to you.
I wouldn't, but you can find us on social media. Facebook, GayTalk 2.0. Instagram, GayTalk 2.0. You can email us at GayTalk 2.0 at GayTalk20.com. Tom?
Oh, give it a try, right?
I don't know.
All right. If you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website, click on the Contact Us tab there. You can leave comments, suggest topics, submit a question for the cast or an individual host. You can also give us a ring and call us and leave us a voice message with your questions. We'll answer those for you here on the show. Our phone number is 334-GAY-TALK, and if you need all those digits, it is 334-429-8255. I want to thank you all for joining us on tonight's episode, even though it was a little messy, but bear with us. That's it, ladies and gents. Thank you, and y'all have a motherfucking good night. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of GayTalk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.